Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. There we go. Ah, it's morning. I'm not awake yet. There's no caffeine in my system. Good morning, poet. I wish I could shh. Actually, I need to inside shh. Ah, today we're working on greens. Oh, I got a cold flash. 1 second. It'll go away. Normal people get hot flashes. I get cold flashes. I call it my inside cold. So today I'll be working on two colors. Oh, and working on waking up too. 905 and 907 are my goals. They're medium-sized colors. I want to say I don't really feel like doing any of the bigger colors that were on the page. So they flesh out a couple of leaves and their outlines and whatnot. It's sunny today. Like today and tomorrow are supposed to like have the sun out, and I'm kind of glad for it because it has been super rainy. And this weekend, I'm really upset about this weekend because last weekend was yucky and gray and just crap, and it was my weekend off. And this weekend is supposed to be beautiful and sunny and warm, and fuck that shit. But as long as tomorrow is not pouring, I can do what I need to do. Mm-hmm. So per usual, today's goal, and I might only go till I get these two colors done, but the goal is 300 stitches since I've been hitting that quite frequently, even on the like the confetti of this. Um, and I would really like to get both the colors complete, but we'll see how that one goes. I mean, I could. Oh, so I normally get up at 8:30 every day. And even on Thursdays where I stream even an hour earlier, I still get up around 8 or 8:30. The only difference is that hour between 9 and 10 is when all my meds touch down, I start waking up. So, that's what you guys are seeing right now is my meds haven't fully processed. Hello, hello. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, yeah, I needed yesterday. Yesterday, I simply sat and I worked on caking my yarn and whatnot, and I still have a lot of that to do. But at the same time, it was just nice. I love streaming and I love chatting with you guys and hanging out. But at the same time, there's some mornings where I'm like, no. So sad news. Well, sad depending on who you are and where you shop. I was hearing today because of the so smart negotiating powers of our government that Timu and Shein are raising their prices. Now, not at all unexpected. Um, and honestly, I have enough craft supplies that I can keep going for a little bit. But it is kind of sad in the way that I would buy a lot of base level products that if I were to buy off of Amazon would be like 3 times more expensive. And and like I try to keep my prices relatively reasonable. I mean, I'm not a saint by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't gouge. And 5 a.m. is gross. I will occasionally wake up at 5 a.m. because my bladder's like, "Hey, you forgot to you forgot to do something before you went to sleep, so now it's time to wake up." But I generally will go right back to sleep. Really? Okay. Ugh. I misplaced my scissors. That should be like I should make that a redeem. Where are your scissors? The area I started off in is actually just a smidge of the color because I was like, oh yeah, I'll get this done before stream starts, and then I was like responsible and stuff and was going through my email. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah, that's one of the reasons I really like the 3 to 11 shift is I don't have to convince my body to wake up early. Is I can fully wake up on my body's terms and function as a reasonable adult, or at least pretend to function as a reasonable adult. Really? Well, so I've been trying to get uh my CGM since they since they made it not free at my in-person pharmacy, so I have to order it and then have it shipped to me. Now it's been almost a month since I've had my CGMs because of this little snafu. Because I didn't know that I did not know that I had to pay for it for going to my walk-in pharmacy because I never realized it had changed. So I had ordered it. I went to pick it up, or I had husband creature go to pick it up, and it costs money, so we had to wait for them to file it back before I could order it from uh, the online pharmacy. And I went to hit order today, and it's like, sorry, we're having system upgrades. You can't do it right now. I'm like, the one time I fucking remember. Um, I guess I should be used to that by now. It is. It's and it they're trying. They are trying, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm just so frustrated. The the 905 I'm using is on a cardboard bobbin, and I'm trying to use the cardboard bobbins first so I can get them out of my rotation and use the plastic ones. Mm-hmm. It's awful. It, and I was watching because more fun from the United States. I was hearing RFK talk about how autism is curable. It's caused by external sources. Just essentially him blowing shit out of his face hole. Um, and we need to contain it. And these people suffer and they can't pay taxes and they'll never have a job and they'll never have a family. And I'm over here. I'm already like simmering and full of rage. Most days anyway. But hearing that face of shit just spew all that. So then, oh yes, and I've also determined, um, while I am probably not the safest United States citizen, husband creature is being a white man. Um, he's the safe one, but I'm gonna still aim to be the look at the birdie because um, I do have people who will miss me if I'm not around. So if I disappear, people will look for me. Um, and unfortunately, right now, the government is going for the people that won't be missed, and they're not. Yeah, they're being very calculating for right now. But I have people who will miss me, so I will make noise, and I will be the look at the birdie to spare the ones who others consider won't be missed. I mitigate my rage. Like I will listen to a little bit of it, um, and I try, cause cause that's the intent. Is they want to make you mad. Uh, so everybody knows where Maine is now. I I never thought this little state would make such waves in the world. Now, mind you, the big hullabaloo and these individuals, it's for high school. Like I will forever say, I don't give a fuck about high school sports. If a boy wants to play on a girl's team or a girl wants to play on a boy's team, let them. It's high school sports. How many here played on high school sports and now it's like whatever. I wasn't a sports gal, so but two two people. All of this hullabaloo now that the entire world knows how stubborn and salty Maine is. Two people caused like where the but this is the rage that they want to instill. They want to make you mad. They want to make you focused on big button trigger issues so they can run around and steal graduate students off the street in plain clothes. And everybody goes, but what about those two trans people in Maine playing sports? That's what they want to do. That is their aim. Don't fall for it. Yeah. But and I'm not trying to diminish the value of the 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 importance of the transgender commotion. I'm not trying to diminish that importance, but know that they're doing other things while most of the people are raging about that. Yeah. Uh, I had on my in my high school from 1997 to 2001, so she was a year below me. So she was 1998 to 2002. We had a girl on our football team. She actually played in the games. So it's like, fuck off and die, people. I get really frustrated that women in sports get painted as these delicate snowflakes who could never compete with men. And it's like, you guys can just fuck all the way off. I would take it as a personal challenge if I were allowed to compete in men's sports. If I could compete in men's sports, I'm falling apart in so many places that back in my day, back when I wasn't falling apart, I would work harder. I would prove a point. Mostly because I'm salty and bitter, but I do it. Oh yeah. Oh, go Hutchabom. Yeah, and that's the thing. Is I'm tired of the people who think they know better than everybody else, putting everybody in boxes. Why do we need to be in boxes? I did not ask to be put in a box. I refuse this box. I don't fit. I know sits. Mm-hmm. Eh. As long as they're doing it safely. I don't know. Oh, okay. Go do it, Hutchie. Go do it. I'm feeling tired and spicy. It's not really a good combo. So Tuesday, I was exhausted, and Around 6 at night, I discovered why. I took my nighttime pet. I took my nighttime meds in the day, and when I went to go take my nighttime meds around dinner time, I saw that I had not taken my daytime meds. So I got to stay up to like 3 in the morning, Tuesday into Wednesday, because I didn't take the right meds. Ugh. So that was a lesson in paying attention. I mean, I don't have any meds that will make me drowsy per se, but the meds that rev me up and keep me going were not administered till later. And at that point in time, could I have skipped them? Absolutely. But I didn't. So I was up till 3 a.m. It's okay though. That's also part of the reason I was kind of glad I didn't stream yesterday is cuz I was I was recuperating from my whoops. The reason I take my night ones at night are to keep them the appropriate hour distance from my synthroid. Um like the zinc is not suggested to take within a few hours of taking synthroid. So I take my multivitamin at night. That kind of thing. It's and my statin because statins work better at night because your liver is more active. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Ah. Everybody's happy. Oh my goodness. My brain is my brain is working on that whole waking up thing and uh he should set up a stand away. Oh, I did not realize. Or are you being I'm so lost. Why is it illegal where you are? For America, it's cuz racism. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm realizing an accounting error, but well, I'm glad. I'm glad that if I can, if my bitching about stuff can remind people to do things, I am all for it. And if I bitch about it enough, I'll remember to do what I need to do after stream. Mm-hmm. Okay. I had to, when I started unwinding, I had like two short pieces that were required to, that my brain said you had to use before you cut a new piece. So I did, and now I can get rid of the other stuff. it it is illegal down there. I make it sound like Kutchi Mom's like 3 seconds away. Yeah, down in the south. Where, where's Hutchie from? The south. Just like Jules is from the north, and Dragon and Poet are from the west. Even though Dragon is a little south of me currently, from the west. Got a fever. Okay. So I can connect a leaf here, or I can do a happy little dance around this yellow here. Eventually, both will be done. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to do first. I'm going to connect the leaf. Ugh. So I banged up my knuckles real good. I was down in the basement the other day. Tuesday, yes, Tuesday after stream. I went down in the basement and I scuffed my knuckles really well fixing things. I don't want no offense to Canada, but I don't want Canada. especially if taken by force. If Canada, I do not support my government. No, you can't have it both ways. You can't not want to be our 51st state and then get offended when I say, well, I don't want it. Uh-uh. Hello, Sume. That was an interesting shoulder pain. I have Pixie in the hallway making commentary. You did not sign up for this? I don't know if you guys can see it, but one of my hairs is on its way onto. Well, and see, that's the thing is hemp and marijuana, while in the same family, are not the same thing. Um, hemp was banned because it posed a threat to the slave owners because it grew faster and required less processing. And also to the lumber barons because you can make paper out of it. And again, it grows faster and requires less processing. Today I saw a balloon. So the last Friday I did a stream with Dast as we were all hammering the careless whisper button with Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Um, YouTube flagged me for um, copyright because the sound apparently was playing, just no one on Twitch was hearing it, but YouTube sure was. And that and Jules could move the lock up higher where she couldn't reach on the chair, but there's also a good chance that Jules would have to stand on a chair to reach the lock too. I'm sorry though. I have to use chairs to reach things too. You guys must have better balloons up there, cause down here we'd get the latex helium balloons, and by the next morning they'd be down on the ground. Oh, okay. Yeah. That'll last for months and months and months. Husband creature bought me a mylar balloon that I want to get inflated so I can have it floating around here. Today I have to do my least favorite neighborhoods at work. The sections they're called neighborhoods, and today is my turn to do the the two most needy neighborhoods, I guess would be the best way to describe it. So Pixie's laying in the doorway, and I just heard her rip a huge ass fart, and I'm really hoping it's not stinky because dog farts are the worst. My phone, my camera has droop, so you guys saw most of it, but we got the little vine going on. And per usual on Thursdays, I'll be taking a short little run around break at 11. I know Hutchie's starting to fall asleep on her phone, so mm, working my way down and around. Oh, I was wondering when that was gonna happen. Why is yours different? Like I like we had our daylight savings, we had our spring forward um at the beginning of March. Okay. We're gonna do the little circle around this area. Yeah, I remember. So you guys are fall back. So but you'd think it'd be on the same day. Like March 19th is. No, your seasons being opposite, like just it blows my mind. It's sciencey things that baffle my mind. And while I understand it, it doesn't make it any less intriguing. I mean, in theory, you could. You just have to fight the entire meta. That like to be fair, these holidays, yes, there is canon, but at the same time, you could celebrate them whenever you wanted. Because traditions is just peer pressure from dead people. No, no. Well, have a phenomenal day at work. I hope it is uneventful and very chill for you. We don't say the Q word because I don't in any kind of healthcare, veterinary practice included. Uh, we do not say the word that begins with Q that means silence. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I use uneventful or chill. Bye bye. I'm gonna do a little stretching. Get this one. So I have my little T-Rex down here, and I have my little pterodactyl up here. It's a little harder to see the pterodactyl because it's yellow, but that's his head, and those are his wings out there. It's like a little cutesy pterodactyl. Okay, let's see if I can get these last two stitches all set. That's good. 905 has a healthy mix of, hey, we're all over the place, and um, we're actually gonna make something with this group. And right now I'm working on a, hey, we're all over the place section. And of course, Pixie has all kinds of opinions about all of the things. It doesn't matter what it is, she has an opinion. And it's a nice enough day that afterwards I'm gonna go throw stuff for them. Yesterday I filled up the bird feeders because we have all the birds starting to do their nesty thing, and I like to encourage the cardinals to stay. Um I haven't started, like, my crocuses are up. Like, I have my striped crocuses are all up. My purple and white ones are all up and blooming and showing themselves off. I have a dark purple crocus that doesn't show up till later in the season. And I have my tulips and hyacinths also starting to work their way um into the light. But I haven't cleared out my garden bed yet, and I won't until, like, probably mid-May. And I know everyone's like, "Oh, you," because this is one of the years that I go and I get mulch, and I get black mulch because I like it. But I try to keep my beds all nice and mulched, so critters and healthy biomes. Oh, I do have a bird bath, but it still drops below freezing at night, so um I don't want to break my bird bath. I do think I'm going to try to regloss my. I'm going to put some of my blue purple color shift and some of my frosted glass um, paint to fix where some of my bird bath is chipped. The paint is chipped. So we're gonna go out to this crew here. Let's see. Ooh, that is quite a ways out. Okay. Okay. And even because the wood stove is still going, I have been dumping ash in my garden bed. So when I get around to doing some tilling, I can get. I should actually start doing it in my yard. Is picking up some of the wood ash and adding it to my backyard. Oh, that's cool. No, I this summer have two outside goals. Um, and I'm not sure which way I'm gonna have to price things out and make decisions based on that and longevity. What I want to do is dig into my hillside, dig stairs into my hillside, so that I can have stairs going up to my back deck, so that even in the winter I can access all of my bird feeders. Because right now I have to wear ice spikes. Well, now it's because it's mud, but in the winter it's because of ice. but I have to wear ice spikes to get to my bird feeders. And if I had stairs in the fall, I could just move all of the feeders close to the stairs and the birds could still have food and I wouldn't have to kill myself. And my other goal, and it's a goal that Husband Creature is going to have to help me with, is I have my addition that needs to, at least at bare minimum, have secondary supports until we can get the rotted sill plate taken out um, and replaced. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of inside plans too, but those are easier to do even if the weather is bad. Um, I think I think an inside plan is gonna be happening today. Is because I haven't been up in the attic for a good long while, and I need to keep on trudging along to that. So today's mini goal is to get one one baffle up. Um, and I've done some research, and as long as the insulation that I currently have up there isn't torn apart a lot, I can put it back up. So I'm gonna utilize what I can where I can. Some of the areas I am going to have to change it up a bit because mice got into the insulation and it's just trash. But I've grown in my homeowner fixing experience, so some of the areas I'll be able to properly put together better. But my inside goal for the winter is to get the the knee walls in my new stream area set up for storage, um, and properly insulated and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And this, and this is what I do before I go to do my 40-hour a week job. Like it's literally it's 10 minutes a day. It's nothing that I don't. If I could spend hours on it, I would try to. But at the same time, only spending 10 or 15 minutes a day on it moves it forward. It doesn't keep it. It doesn't have it so it's stagnant. It moves it forward. So I'm always pleased when I can have a little bit of progress. And today I don't feel like playing in the mud, so that's why I picked working in the attic. I can get my hair up in a cap and There, we got another little section done. So we're gonna go over to the T-Rex area here. And I sometimes do that. I write down a list of what I need to do, and I put it into my brain that these things will all get done, but not all of them will get done tomorrow. Like, example for tomorrow. I'll get done what I can get done, but I don't worry about what I don't get done. And sometimes I am guilty of this. If you ever need a booster, a brain boost, write a list and include things that you have already done so that when you're done writing the list, you can go down and check off the things that you have already done. Because we are simple creatures. Even though if you are doing it and you actively know that you are doing it, the act of checking it off once you've written it down boosts your brain's happy feels. So if you're ever feeling like you've not gotten anything done, write your list out and include things that you've already gotten done. I have done this. I can tell you that it works. It's funny. I'm currently like spot raking the yard because my backyard has no grass in it. It's a hill. It's a sloped backyard, and I'm trying to make the soil better so I can actually get stuff to grow. Um, but I have a little garden rake because I have little gardens that I eventually clean out. But um, I I just when I'm out there playing with the dogs and they stop bringing me the ball back because they do they'll yell at me for like the first 15 minutes and then they'll stop bringing the ball back, so I try to make the best use of my 45 minutes outside, and I rake and I do a little bit of spot cleaning here and there because I'm not taking the leaves off my garden beds just yet, too early still. But the backyard around the garden beds is nothing. So I just using a little rake and raking up leaves and dog poo and getting it down, and yeah. I don't even know if I finished this thought, but with Timo and Shein upping their prices, and probably Alibaba as well, with all those sites upping their prices, means I have to use the supplies that I already have and lean more on the thrift stores, which, again, it's no problem. I will gladly do it. It's actually, I'm over here. I'm processing in my brain, and I'm like, I also need to make signage. Um, Next week, I'm gonna go. Actually, no, I might do that Friday when I'm out and about on Friday. I have a craft fair that I need to bring the money in person, which again, fantastic, no problem. But it's just getting out of my house. Pixie says hello, everybody. My stripper dog name. You can't look out the window, baby girl. There's nothing out there for you. It's the wrong window to see things. Okay. No, don't step on my feet. My feet are delicate. My feet are delicate snowflakes. Oh, I gotta tell you, the Vyvanse is kicking in, so I'm feeling a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna cancel this thought and move over here because there are three. Okay, this is where I want to go. Oh, I hear Cesar. Hi, baby boy. You were much bigger and much clunkier than your sister. Uh oh, jealousy's coming. Let's see. Let's see if the camera works today. Maybe. Oh, I was like, I don't have it. I don't have it on. Hmm. Camera's not turning on. uh, no, pig. Ow. See you later, bye. Aha. I figured out where one of my miscounts was. That's okay. Okay. Now we're gonna go back up here. Yeah, I've been wandering around my backyard, like picking up trash and whatnot. I have to go outside my fence at some point and pick up the trash that's just outside my fence. Um, I have my fence a good 6 feet from my property line, inward because again on a hill. I picked the best flat spot I could when when I was planning out. I picked a flat spot, so I have to walk around at my my property at the beginning of the. I should really do it more than just at the beginning, but I try to walk around and clean it up, and it was rude. Bad consider no. Ooh, we got a little bit of a street going on down here. I'm saving the biggest group for last. Like there's a whole clump of the color over here. Like, but I'm saving it for last. My Vyvanse does that at night, like 9:30. It's like, hey yo, we got you off. We did your thing. It's now time for us to peace out. Good luck. Good luck with the paperwork. Um, Incoming ad break. Is there a higher dose you could get? I know it. I know it's rude of me. I'm not familiar. Like I'm really familiar with old people meds. Um, like I even know some of the weirder uses of gabapentin that I'm now learning are not probably the smartest suggestions. Um, well, if its proper usage is for nerve pain. Um, but it's for neuropathy. It's for specifically for neuropathy. In that area of usage, it's really good at its job. It doesn't mess up too many other systems. Um, but they're testing it out for fibromyalgia pain, and it's the dosing that is required to touch the fibro pain edges on dangerous. Um, so, um, and it's it's like the Atavor like statins. I know a lot about statins because I am on one. Um, yeah, gabapentin has a lot of shit going on with it right now because it's I didn't get that. My brain did not hold on to that bit of information. But they're it's kind of like with me. Take lisinopril. Lisinopril is for high blood pressure, which I don't have. Um, but one of lisinopril's off-label usage is to relieve kidney pressure because of its nature of uh, relieving its blood pressure dropping things, lisinopril also will relieve kidney pressure. So I take a very small dose of lisinopril to keep my kidneys functioning. I've learned that atorvastatin, which is Lipitor, did not go through as much testing as Crestor, which is rosuvastatin. And as a result, that is why I had the allergic reaction to Lipitor, where it plastered lactic acid on my muscles and made them hurt. But Crestor, on the other hand, because we all know that white guys get the most medical testing results done with them. Pardon, I have a stretch. Uh, ugh. Um, but yeah, if he feels like he's achy and yucky and icky, it could be that, and you can't really test for the allergic reaction. The best you got is that your muscles feel like they're on fire all the time. And and I actually had to talk to another nurse because my doctor wasn't doing anything about it. I found out by talking to another nurse about statins. And she's like, "Yeah, did you know this about this?" I'm like, "I did not." And she explained the entire thing like, "Yeah, it's considered an allergic reaction where your body just douses your muscles with lactic acid, which is what makes them sore when you're running, and it makes you feel tired and achy." And I'm like, "Oh my god." She's like, "Okay, so you need to ask your doctor to switch you over to Crestor, which went through a lot more testing to make sure that these things didn't happen." And I switched over, and I mean, I'm still achy and creaky for other reasons, but I'm less achy and creaky. And it's a pretty common reaction apparently, which blows my mind. And that's why, like, I only half-heartedly make the joke of, I don't know if I'm sick or not. I already feel like ass all the time. It's a half-hearted joke, but there's a shred of truth going on in it. I learned that was teaching my med class that most diabetics take rosuvastatin because it doesn't it doesn't interfere with things because it got tested on a lot of diabetics. And with all statins, um it suggested you partner it with CoQ10, just to grease the wheels, as it were. Did it disconnect me? Let me look at my disconnect notifications. No, I had gotten disconnected for like a hot second, so. Jules is the reason we have a warning on this channel. Jules got in, and I was polite and sweet and innocent before Jules came along and made me into a sweary beast. No, just kidding. I was a monster to begin with. I have a potty mouth. I make all the little old lady. I make the little old ladies laugh, because they're like, "Oh, you're so polite." I'm like, "That's because I'm paid to be polite." I tell them, I'm like, I have a potty mouth, and a couple of them have potty mouths too, so we potty mouth together, and they get a kick out of it because no one else will. I'm like, if you potty mouth first, I will potty mouth back. It's great. Okay. We're at the bottom of the page again. Okay, so that. Here I am. I was just talking about being a potty mouth. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Okay. Let's hit the checkbox on that. Okay, we are heading in. I got a little connecty area I gotta do. And then. And then. Well, thank you. Hello and welcome. We sit and craft and bitch and have a lot of good fun here, so thank you. I'm starting to wonder if because when I post my work in progress on my the groups I'm in Facebook, I have my I put my Twitch and YouTube names on there so people can come watch the progress on these guys. Doopy doo. Zoom in a little bit here because my eyes are fuzzy. Okay. Ooh. Was going up for a face scritch and my arm tremored and punched my magnifying glass. Okay. We're moving over to the final hurrah of this color. I think we're gonna have to break it into 3 sections. So it's a section here, and a section over here. They're all big sections, but they all just go all over the place. So I'm just gonna save myself a little bit of frustration and break it down into 3. And then we'll be done this color for the page. Tomorrow I'll be on from 10 to 12, maybe 10 to 1. My brain just kind of wandered off. Okay. So we are right there. Okay. So yes, right there. And we have those. I've lost my way. Okay. So we'll go here, and then there's that there. And then that's 2. And then we go in and up, so that's right there. Okay. Did I freeze again? Did my chat freeze? Probably. Both of them? Okay. That's 2. Okay. hoping I can at least get all the way down to the bottom on this thread. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you have a fantastic evening. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I'm so glad that we're closer in time again. That we can maybe see each other on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm running low. I'm running low on thread. Okay. I only got 3 stitches left. I can do it. At least the beauty of the last stitch that I'm making a reach for is if I can't reach it, I have more string to go down to get it. We got 2, 3, 4. I think I have enough. I think I can do the thread chicken game. Yay! Section 1 of the final section is done. At least of this color. Yeah, so my yearly goal for call dance is 5%. My yearly goal for divine instinct is 10. I am divine's almost at 5, so I'm almost halfway there. And call dance is right now laughable. Because it really is. I'm at 2.37 right now, and 5% is gonna be a big milestone for him. I have a ton of vacation time. I might have to take vacation time and take a long weekend. Oh, incoming ad break. Okay. So now we're going back up to here. Okay, so we're starting up here, and then we're going down the center. Actually, I don't know, because this section goes more down this way, and there's just a small. I'm gonna do the small clump that's right here. I'm gonna do the midsection here, and then I'm gonna do the last part go down there. And even when not on stream, this is how I plan things. Just a lot of the time not out loud. So you would, had I not been on air, I would have just been touching and being like in my brain talking. Mm-hmm.
You pull me in, push me away. You chase my heart, then hit the brakes. You hold my head underwater until I can't take no more. I wanna breathe you in, baby, but what are we fighting for? Chase my heart, then hit the brakes. You hold my head underwater until I can't take no more. I wanna breathe you in, baby, but what are we fighting for? We're setting first for the sacrifice, burning our hearts just to stay alive. 'Cause when it comes down to you and I, whoa.
Mm-hmm. 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 We're gonna have a color finish in a second here. La la la. I'm watching a YouTube channel. It's a girl who bought a $1 house because in North Dakota because some guy was just trying to get rid of some of his extra properties, and it was a rundown $1 house. And I've been watching her renovate it because it reminds me a lot of my house. Um, and it brings me hope. She's coming. The progress is coming along great, but it's nice to see like someone piecemealing things together, like breaking it down into little baby bites. But she had a window. The reason I bring this up is I was thinking about it because I'm searching for it. She had a window that was 23 and a half by 23 and a half, which is the window that I'm looking to mainly replace in my in my attic right now. That's actually the last window I have to replace in my attic. The other two windows when I bought my house didn't exist. So I had to that was like the first thing I had to do is buy windows for the attic because there were none. And so I have that one last window, and I need it gives me hope to know that they do exist. How much it's going to hurt my pocketbook, I have yet to fully discover. But okay, now we are coming up here. We're on our last clump of color for this page for this color. Last clump. So this is a big long. Are you lucky now? Okay, one more. 907. I picked out two colors. I picked out two colors to work on today. Because last time we left our intrepid adventurers, I'd finished up 500, which is a very dark green. And chances are next week I will have grumbled and muttered and picked another big page color to work on and fill in. running short on this length, so I'll do my richeroos. One, two, three, 4. Mm-hmm. Let's see if I have enough to do half to start the next row. Actually, no. I will end this piece of string. I will end this. It is. I'm sorry. It's. Yeah. The interwebs. Switching out the piece of string. Doo-da, doo-da. Whew! You got this, Jules. You got this. So my next project, I'm doing an alicorn. The hooves I showed on the feetsies I showed in Show Off Your Craft. Two of the hooves. This project it started off with the legs, and you actually sew them all into the body. Like you get the 4 legs done, and then you work the body and attach the legs as you're working. So it's pretty cool. Like it's not like the sea serpent or any of her dragons, where the legs are made separately. Though I'm pretty sure it could be worked around how to. Woo! And if you need any of the other Frutosauruses, really, Peg? Oh my god! I have a few Frutosauruses if you want. If you want to, I'll show them later. Just gotta figure out those over here. There's that where I'm going. Oh, the mail truck. I'm going to play with the dogs for half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to go up to the attic and put in one baffle. And I'm gonna move my tires closer to the stairs because that's the big thing for tomorrow is getting my tires into my car, and getting the good ones on the rims and the bad ones off the rims, so that on my weekend off, I can do the things and the stuff and the things. Actually, it's nice enough outside that I might, instead of throwing stuff for the dogs, I might put them outside and jack my car up so I can reach the sensor that I need to fix just to get it in its placey madoo. Okay, so we got Pig, you're fine. And in 10 minutes, I'll be taking my stretchy break. Dixie, Boucher. No, you're fine. And I'm also going to toss them outside because whenever I get up and I don't let them outside, I find dog pee on the floor. Or poop. Sometimes I find poop because they think because I get up, they're entitled to go out, which is very frustrating. So that's what we got. I think I'm done all the crazy stuff is done, I think. Okay. We're on the final cascade. And 907 is definitely not a huge color, so I might have to pick another color. Zombie rave. This one has just such a distinct start that I know every time it starts playing. Kind of like Lucky. I know.
Drops and heart stop, here we go to the night, our numbers grow,
Mm,
neon lights
just
cast
two.
techno vibes now lose control, spooky nights, the vibe ignites, join our dance in the frightful sights, the ground shakes, saw me rave, we dance through the night, be brave, the ground shakes, let's misbehave. In this haunted trance we're alive, zombie moves make the room
One,
join the dance, don't you hide,
two.
thrilled and let it ride. The ground shakes, saw me rave, we dance through the night, be brave, the ground shakes, saw me rave, join the undead, let's misbehave.
I might actually not have to pull a new piece of string to finish out this section, which would be fantastic. But even if I do, I have like a super short piece that was a straggler. One there. Okay, that's all lined up. I'm just trying to, while I do this, I'm trying to see where my screwy areas are and how bad they are. So bad, so far it's not bad. It's just bleh. Okay, so. closing in on the last few stitches of this color on this page. I always love marking a color off. I got a lot of the little colors done when I was streaming with Daft, which makes me happy. Let's see. I still have quite a few, don't get me wrong, but I got the King's Load worked out. You exist. I hope you are not straining yourself to watch me stab things, because that is wholly inappropriate, and if you are tired, go back to sleep. I will therapeutically stab Captain Penis whether you're here or not. Well, Captain Penis is grapes right now. That doesn't make it any better. I'm gonna have to whip out that the short piece that I have for the last 4 stitches. Yeah, Twitch has been being special. I'm sorry. I mean, you don't have all the superpowers, but I am broadcasting on YouTube too. And if you PM me your username on YouTube, I will make you guys mods on that channel as well, because I know it's not always the same. Let's see, I'm playing Thread Chicken. I'm playing with some mad wild Thread Chicken. Okay, we have completed. Well, before I zoom out. Well, before I say that, I gotta hit my buttons. Oh. Let me zoom out. We have completed color 905 on this page. We have one of the color goals complete for the day. And we are at 248 stitches, so we will hit our goal. And honestly, it is warm enough outside that I'm not worried about the wood stove. I'm doing fine, so I think I'm gonna continue through for the last hour instead of humoring the dog, because I don't need to encourage that behavior. Okay. 905 is finito on the page. Okay, we're moving on to color. On over. 907 is our next one. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this one has for surprises, because some of the colors I use and grab are my rescues, and I have no idea what's going on with them half the time. My rescue string. So let's see what's going on here. Okay. We got a little bit of a good thing I do the loop start, because yeah. Some of these strings, the way they've been wound and unwound and whatnot, it's bizarre. So okay. Okay. Be safe. We'll be here. Okay. So we've moved on to 907 for the last hour. I'm pretty sure we'll get it done. This is at least on this page, it's a pretty big, small filler color. Like it makes an impact. Like it'll definitely be noticed when it's all in, but it's not numerous. Like, I think when I get this done, I'm gonna pop onto a bigger color. It's gonna be 820, which is all these little diagonal dots you see. And it's in a clump of the area around. Honestly, I'm trying to avoid 939 till I'm done 939 on Divine Instinct, because I hate working on the same color on the different pieces. Because there's so much 939 on Divine Instinct that, like, it's like the last color I want to work on this one. But this one has a ton of green right now. And the green makes me happy. But what makes me warm and tingly inside when working on Captain Penis is eventually a dry cleaner is gonna have to clean him, because he's gonna be nice and clean and pressed when he gets put in his packaging to go down to Georgia or wherever. My friends need to stop, like, passing out on the floor. I'm sorry, you guys, knock it off. if I could tell the pain to go away, baby girl, I would. Because I would be the first to make my pain go away so that I could help everybody else make theirs go away.
There's a blue night sky facing down, filled with stars and lifting us up. A golden sky which makes us connect. The stardust is giving it life. Then it's beautiful.
Uh, mm. I love pulling. I love pulling it from the other page. Yeah. Well, I think that that is pretty universal. I totally put that wrong. Now I'm gonna have to yoink it out. Luckily.
Then it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Then it's beautiful.
Yeah, and that's not cool. Like, people need to knock that off. For me, like, if you take a med and you're using it properly, like much like my Vyvanse, it is a controlled substance. When I go to pick it up, the pharmacist needs to give their fingerprint, and I have to talk with someone about it every 3 months. I I take it as directed, but I still would ping on a if I were to take a drug test and not disclose that I took it, I would be labeled as an addict. Mm.
they all pointing at me. Echoes in my brain, they twist, they shout. Why this chaos in me, trapped in doubt?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, all the feels, Jules. All the feels. And it's unfortunate that like the only people who understand are the people who have gone through it, and I hate to I hate to say it, but I'm myself as included, as there's not much we can do. I mean, I support you. I got your back. Um, but I'm just moral support. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, Jules and Dragon, if you can, just DM me your YouTube username so I can add you to the moderator list on that channel, just in case. Whew, okay. There we go. Today is going to be a Tylenol day. Yeah, oh. What? Geesh, I don't know what I'd do. I was talking to my therapist about this, is I don't know, like, if I were to wake up tomorrow and everything were to be gone, I don't know what I'd do. Yeah. Yeah. I'd start by being confused. Crying would probably come somewhere down the line, but I'd start off with being very confused. Like that one time I accidentally turned my brain off, that was terrifying. That was a nope. Not doing that again. Okay, I'm gonna. Because it's super hard for me to understand that there are people who don't have, at least at bare minimum, white noise going on in their head. Like I don't understand that. Like there's at least noise in my brain. I monologue in my head. Um, it it baffles me.
We stand here together, united as one. One tribe. This is our destiny. Stand together. Together as one.
Mm.
United as one.
If I sit still and then like move every couple of hours, I actually have a lot of energy, and like when I have to move, I don't move and it doesn't hurt.
Get us now.
But since I move so much all the time every day,
Together as one.
um I just I wish I wish I was able to go back to where I could opt as to specifically what I wanted to do on any given day. And to some extent I can, but unfortunately, paying the bills means I have to walk around.
We stand here together, united as one. One
Oh,
tribe,
I think everything kicked everybody's ass in 2020.
a sense of victory and euphoria. Look at us now, united as one. This is our destiny. Release the energy. Stand together. Together as one. We stand here together, united as one. One tribe.
See, but it was the disease. It was known. Like I remember in December of 2020 or 2019, hearing about it and keeping my eye on it.
Stand together. Together as one. Look at us now. Release the energy.
Doo-doo-doo. I might actually be able to get a few stitches I have left. All done.
Together as one. Together as one.
Oh, so I've learned another cleaning hack for like when you have really dusty areas. I use my Lysol. You can use water, but I use Lysol so it can like kind of just start soaking and killing all the shit. And just get a rag and wipe all the dusty shit up and then Lysol it again. I honestly I've stopped going to the doctor on any of my meds. Um, I intentionally go to the doctor not on any of my meds so that when they ask me the questions, I can give them the real answers. And that they can see the symptoms that the meds hide or ease. Did they tell you were anxious? That you need to calm down? I love that one. Because my doctor tried that once. I'm like, so which one of my bills are you going to be paying? Because it's not attainable. Okay, section 1 down. Moving on to the next section. Let's see if it's a jumpy around section or block section. Because I don't know yet. Or maybe a little bit of both. Pixie, you're fine. You guys can't hear it, but in the background she is singing the song of her people. I understand. And you can wait you can wait a few more. I can't math right now. 45 minutes. Okay. Oh, Pixie was whining in the background, so you guys weren't missing too much. Pixie, enough. And I got done my little area that I was working on. Okay, so just kind of zooming around. I like to go from top to bottom, so that's why sometimes it doesn't make sense why I'm bouncing around. But next stop is right here. There's like 5 little stitches right here. Wow. Well, technically, COVID is a flu virus. If I want to get all smarty pants on everybody, it is technically a flu virus. See, I love how it turned C into weak. Okay. I'm almost at 300 stitches, so I'm almost at the. Yeah. And getting Crohn's down to where it's under control is rough. If you can even get it like that. That is such a weird spot. Is there any? Okay, there is more. Okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, I have a little bit left. Well, a little bit is variable. Okay, so I'm gonna go down. Okay, so this is one of those weird mixed spots where it starts off kind of all over the place, and then I have a whole clump, and then it ends with being here and there and everywhere. where I want to be. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, so something I had to do that I did yesterday that I didn't want to do, but at the same time I had to do because no one is listening to me while I'm being nice. So it's time to get a little bitchy about it, I guess would be the best way to describe, is on the 2 carts that I was on, I had to write down all the things that were wrong and or missing, because we get these little get these pieces of paper that we have to fill out every shift. Everybody has to do it. There's no reason that they shouldn't be filled out and like everybody is fine. Because if everybody does the checks, then a lot of work is not duplicated. That being said, I wrote down all the things that were not done. Like for example, we're supposed to have 5 days worth of the meds in the cart. And some carts have a metric fuck ton, and some carts don't. And some carts are perfectly well stocked, and other carts, you're scrambling to make sure that you have enough for your med pass. And I had to go through and write down what was wrong with the carts yesterday, so that my boss can properly address, because if she doesn't have examples, then she can't be specific and she can't punish specific people. Now, do I want people to get in trouble? Absolutely not. But I am really tired of being good at my job, and my reward for being good at my job is more work. So I give my team, I give them the tools and the warnings to succeed. I don't expect them to do any more than their job. But I expect the bare minimum of their job to be done. And I tell them, I'm like, I will not bother you. I will let you do your job in any way that you see fit, as long as it falls within the rules and it is getting complete. The second I get spoken to you about you not doing your job, I will be so far up your ass, you will need permission to do certain things. Oh, I'm getting spammed. I'm gonna go turn my ringer off. Well, it's from Maine, but but it's suspected spam, so I'm not gonna answer it. And I really don't. I do not go out into my workday going like, how can I fuck someone over? But I am tired of covering up other people's failings. I'm tired of just taking it on the chin and moving forward and just being like, oh, hey, we're all a team. No. Being a team would mean that you would do your job so I wouldn't have to. And I'm tired of it. So I'm gonna start standing up for myself. And there's a good chance I'm gonna be labeled a bitch at work. And oh well, this is where I've come to. Okay, actually, that worked out well. How the string just ended, and it was just before I was getting to like a huge clump of color. But the part that I'm working on has another area that comes down around the front to go to that same big clump, and I was kind of like, how am I going to work this? And it answered itself. Like at work, I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to have an easygoing, as do the do what you got to do. If you want to do more, I always encourage people to go above and beyond if they want to, if they have time, if they have the energy. Because there are some days I don't go above and beyond. Pixie, lay down. Couche. Couche. Okay, sorry. I could probably go on for 45 minutes, honestly, but no, it's. And I that's what I want for everybody. Do we all want to come into work and like be balls to the wall and be ridiculous? Absolutely not. Do I sometimes forget to do things? Absolutely. But at the same time, I am very consistent. I am very I frequently go above and beyond just because that's my nature. But I'm getting tired of having it be the expectation. See, and I'm the person, like, when I go through the meds, when I get to work and I'm setting up my cards and whatnot, I go through all the shifts, and if, like, some meds are given 2 or 3 times a day, and if it's like 1 or 2 away, like, okay, so I'm gonna tomorrow morning when they pop it. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I have weeks like that too. Like last week, not so much. Last week was only 82 hours. Um, but next Friday, I'm coming in early because I do the med room. And I have no animosity to people who do their 40 hours. There's no hate there. But in doing that, if something happens and you hold an expectation, like for example, okay, I pick up I've picked up a couple of your shifts because you wanted some vacation days. XYZ. We've done some negotiating, like so you could have time off. And then when all of a sudden I need to have a day off and you go, nope, sorry, I'm already at 40 hours. For me, I'm not going to help that person again. I don't hold it against them that they don't want to do more than 40 hours, but I see that I put in the effort and worked for them and that they turned around and did not return the favor. That's what I see it as. It's like, for me, it's not how many hours I'm working. It does get exhausting. I'm not going to lie. It absolutely gets exhausting. But if I'm helping someone out, it's more than enough for me. I know that we have some part-timers that I work with that only do their 32 or 20 hours, and that's fine. No hate, no hatred. But don't go cashing checks that you ain't prepared to don't be writing checks you ain't prepared to cash. Something like that. Don't go writing checks that your bank account can't fill. Something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, wow. See, and I'm very fortunate that I don't run into that kind of situation. But I tell my boss, and I've told all of my bosses all of the time, I do not care what you need me to do. I need you to tell me what is needed, because I'm not going to read your mind. And let me tell you something, if I get down there and I find out I need to do something you didn't warn me about, the answer will be no. Because when I was doing direct support work, and this is a relatively new installation on my border wall, as it were, is I would get to a house. Mind you, at the time I didn't have a car. And they would be like, well, we need you to go to this other house. And the answer would be no. They needed to, or they would call me like half an hour before I had to be somewhere. And I was walking. And it would be like an hour walk away. And I would have to tell them no, because I didn't prepare for this. You need to get your emergency does not, your poor planning does not constitute an emergency. And I got a reputation for it, but that's nice. That's good to have that level of knowledge. Be like, the fuck. But yeah, I do not mind doing extra. I do not mind doing things. I just need to know, and you can't just drop them on me like, oh yeah, this was just assumed that you would do this. No. No, 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 no. I'm a pretty epic person in my nature and flexibility. Do not take advantage of it. It's like well, like, for example, at work, I will sign up for shifts where I can. I will even do a double here and there. The difference is I made that decision. Choice is very important in every aspect of anybody's life, no matter their age, no matter their status. Choice is important. Now, some people can't make all of the choices, and I learned this in direct support, but even those little choices that you don't even recognize that you get to make. For example, where I currently work, which is it bothers me so much that this is a thing that I have to talk about, but they don't get a choice as to what time they eat. The meals are at these times, and if you don't get there, you don't get the meal that is offered. Now, they know this going in, but could you imagine just being like walking in someplace and going, oh yeah, the meals are at 5:30, it is 6, you missed your meal, and not ever knowing? Or they don't get a choice as to when they wake up to take their morning meds, because unfortunately there are not enough of us med staff to accommodate personalized med times. Now, we can ballpark it, and I'm really good at ballparking it, but last night I went into a lady's room. She has a series of eye drops where there's 15 minutes before a second one, and then the same one from the first one is 15 minutes after that middle one. So I have to do things in that 15 minutes, but she doesn't like her meds till 8. Now, she doesn't generally go to bed till 9. So I didn't see what I was doing as too much of an issue, because there are other residents who like their meds at 8 as they're crawling into bed. And I was getting all of those taken care of, and it's 8:02. She comes out and goes, where are my meds? I wanted them at 8. I look at her, and because I was legitimately getting ready to bring her meds into her, I look at her, I put the meds back in the drawer and I shut the drawer and I go, I have to go do other people's meds because of that demand. Like, it wasn't a nice request. She came out and she demanded her meds right then and there. And I went, I will get them to you in a couple of minutes. I got to go do a couple other people. And I walked off because and I was done with it. Now, could I have given her meds and been a couple minutes late for the people upstairs? Abso-fucking-lutely. Could have been, but I am very easygoing. I am polite, I am respectful, and for the most part, I get everybody's meds at the time that they ask them for. Sometimes it's 5 minutes here or there, but 99% of the time that they want their meds, they have their meds. And you do not walk out to me and demand just because you have a hair across your ass. But she got her meds at 8:15 instead of 8:02. And she got her ice pack. So I don't want anyone tuning in thinking like I totally ignore my residents, because I don't. But but after I'm nice to you and whatnot, you do not walk out and demand. She's like, other people get their meds at 8. I want mine right now. I mean, I'm not in charge of food. Like, I get yogurt and applesauce for. I don't know what the dogs are doing. They are kind of crazy. But at the same time, yeah, but it's sugar-free applesauce and it's gross. Because like I can suggest things till I'm blue in the face about making the meals healthier or gluten-free without too much expense. And nope, they can't listen to that. But they can do some sugar-free Jell-O. I know I still have 20 minutes left, or 10 minutes left. I don't know where the fucking dogs are, but I think they're staring at the squirrels, or they're peeing and pooping on the floor because they are entitled to. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this line. I did not get the color finished on the page, and that makes me sad, but at the same time, I did get over 300 stitches, and I'll probably get this color done today at some point. Okay. And I'm running out of string, so it kind of makes it all okay. It all works out. I think there's a squirrel outside that they want to get. Okay, half stitch right here and end it out. Oh my God. Stop. Okay, so let me do a highlight and a check mark. So we started off today at 2.34%. We got 339 stitches done, and we have moved up to 2.42%. So we might hit the 2.5% I was aiming for this month on this one. Oh, I have a little bit. Honestly, I'm close to done this color. I have filling in right here to do, and I have like a small line over here. But the dogs are driving me bananas, and I am going to go release some yayas with them. And I swear to Christ, if I got disconnected again. Anyway, so drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, be kind to others without harming yourself. Thank you for the gift of your time. It means a lot. And I will be back tomorrow, 10 to noon. I have the day off, so I might go a little longer. We'll be working on Captain Penis here. And I will see y'all on the flip side.